Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have our Tonelico Exec Phantasm, which is a weird title. I'm assuming our Tonelico is either the producer of the song or the title of something. I don't recognize it as the title of the game, but there are so many games out there, it's very possible. But there's also so many producers out there, it's very possible that it could be one as well. I don't really know, but Renshin does. They're the ones who requested this in the Patreon producer queue. And as always in the Patreon producer queue, I have to listen to these, so I'm going to hear whatever this is. It's about 7.5 minutes long, so expect my usual extended rambling during the song, but otherwise, let's go! Oh, we got like color-coded lyrics, idol style. Ooh, that was a weird note choice. Yeah, that's not a real language. That must be in world. This must be a game. Okay. As if the anime girls weren't a good signifier of that. Could be an anime. I'm gonna revisit the lyrics later. Glad I'm gonna revisit them later. Doing rounds makes it so hard. I want to focus on just the music. Really tight 3-part harmony there. Interesting note choice. Oh, I thought that was doing something else. Interesting note choice is what I was gonna say. Something with that violin caught my ear. Interesting. There's so many influences in this. Like, this section feels very much like traditional Japanese. And the rhythm, the note choices, pentatonics. The choice of scale tells a story almost every time. It's really cool having them do the harmonies softly in the back, like having all of them present. Little marching snare break. Very crushed, like compressed to hell. It's a neat aesthetic though. And slightly different lyrics too. That's why I'm gonna have to revisit. I love that they're doing a round. That's so neat. You don't hear that much in soundtrack stuff. Especially with different vocal lines, it can be really hard to figure out what you're gonna do with that. So it's just not something I think a lot of producers tend to go for. Back to the music box. I'm more quiet than I thought I would be on this, actually. Just because it had a lot more than I thought. A lot more stuff. Way more movement. I love this section melodically. It's just so pretty. Paying attention to more of the percussion here. I really like that. It's a solid percussive section. Just keeping it together. Not doing anything fancy. Just rooting it really heavily. I appreciate a good tambourine. It's a really interesting percussive section, actually. As simple as it is, that tambourine's doing a lot of work. But also now we got this whole choir joining the singers. It's going to this emotional high. This catharsis, if you will. I'm sorry. I mean, that one singer do like a little solo la la la's up there. And it's fading into... That's a weird transition. Maybe this is like a fan-made stitching. Unless it really just ends like that. If that's a real transition, that's an odd one. Just the choice of like fading in that slowly, gradually between these two. Just showing each individual character off. That's where it's gonna leave, just on that note. All right. I like that music box just kind of being there as needed throughout the song. It was a nice little central place to return to. This was long. I'm going to read some of the lyrics and figure out if there's a story deeper in there that'll help me get some context, but that was pretty. All right, so after reading the lyrics, I was getting more of a straight up story of this being kind of like a rebirth situation, but also a we are of the same life, the same being, the same people sort of energy. I'm not sure to what degree that is balanced between these three characters, if they're in some way goddesses or something, or if they're just of a similar belief that, hey, life is life, but even though we have the same goals and we wish for the same thing for our Earth, that's also not the end of the Earth and life will go on, but we have to do our best to make of it what we can and make sure that we protect this piece that we have now, etc., etc., etc. But in general, I'm just kind of getting the vibe that this is a song about the world that they're in and the beliefs that they have that as one people they are, and that's basically it. So I'm vibing with that. I like the story there. Pretty simple, but I kind of expect that when I hear songs like this because it can be really difficult to craft a narrative out of like allegories constantly when you have this much song to cover and multiple people to throw it between, because again, while like the trade-offs on the lyrics in here were more just like slight variations of effectively the same thing, if you wanted to overcomplicate that more and add like a whole different story, that would be much harder. So that's kind of irrelevant. This did a really good job doing what it did. did, and the music did a great job at supporting that. I loved a lot of the choices in here. I love that they had the 3 vocalists. That's a lot of people to have on lead, basically. Like, yeah, sure, they were sharing it, and of course, like, K-pop and J-pop and, you know, boy bands, girl bands in general all do the same kind of thing, having multiple leads, but that doesn't make it any less impressive as a skill. Balancing all of that is difficult, no matter who's doing it or what for, to be able to tell a story through multiple people's vocal changes, and these sorts of balances of trying to get these harmonies to work together and all these voices coming together in one moment is a challenge, and they did a really good job, especially with that choir at the end. That was a really cool inclusion. You bring it to this emotional high, you build up that wave, and you just let it go crashing to the end of the song. Really neat. Again, kind of that long transition, that fade into the music box again was very weird in my opinion, just because I feel like they could have done that, but shorter at very least. It just felt like it dragged on a little too long for that transition, but I like that they had that in there because it's a good beginning, end, and middle of this song. It was the 3 main parts of the track, and you had it covered by that one singular motif and sound, so it's able to ground you a little bit more, and if nothing else, help kind of clue you into where you are in the story being told. Like, you get this bridge, basically, of just having that around, and just that being what's there musically. So it's nice to hear that sort of thing. As simple as this one was in its implementation of it, having those bridges and intros and outros as they are is a nice grounding force. But mainly, this song was just great vocally. Like, the actual lead of this song and the harmonies around it, that entire lead section of the vocals, is really the big seller of this track. The instruments were great. They did a good job at supporting everything underneath it. I think the rhythm section, while being, again, very simple, also had a lot of fun. Like, that tambourine was kind of going to town. Some really fun patterns there that I don't get to hear too often. So you can tell that the composer who put this together knew what they were doing and, like, when and where to place emphasis on different parts of the song and the instruments. They had the violins come in when the vocals were starting to be set to the wayside, you know, like when you need to move the song along and get things to just kind of transition to a new section. They had an instrument for that. They had a section ready to go, queued up, and that's really good writing, just not letting the song die in the middle or go way off kilter, just completely off the rails, trying to do like solos and stuff that just don't feel like they fit the song's theme or belong at all. And they didn't do that. Everything in this song flowed really well into the next part, again, except for arguably that last refrain of the music box. That was a little bit clunky, but that was basically it. Everything else, beautiful. I also love that they gave that one vocalist, I think it was just the one, the little solo section at the end, just to kind of add to that exaltation kind of feeling you were getting there. And it really feels like everyone was being lifted into the heavens with that sentiment that we are all one people and we have left this world behind us as we wanted it to, and as the people who follow us will be proud to call it their home. So it's really cool. I actually really like this. I still have no clue if it's a game or an anime or something else. Like, I'm assuming it's a game just given the consistency of this channel and what I usually have requested, but Tonelico is not a name I've ever seen before in any fashion, so maybe it's a Japanese only title. I can totally see that, but I'll digress there. I have yapped enough. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to request something else, by all means drop it in the comments below, or if like Renshin you want to request something else and have it guaranteed, you can go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships where there are tiers where you can guarantee a request out of me. It's usually the $20 tier, and I think the higher ones you can also do that too. I honestly forget. It's been a while since I've looked. Call me a bad YouTuber all you want. That's just me. I'm just bad. Anyway, thank you all so very much for being here. If you have anything, like I said, drop in the comments, or if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!